So we're at City Farmers here in San Diego. Beautiful spring day, just had some rain. Pretty much downtown San Diego. There's development all around. Little 2-acre piece of land, been here for years and years. Farmer Bill, and just teaching people how to live differently. He's got a goat co-op, teaching beekeeping, of course, lots of organic vegetables. So, Farmer Bill.
Yes.
How did you get into all this craziness? How does this craziness all come about?
Well, it's started when I was 16. I loved gardening, had a job I didn't really like, and two of the teachers at my school said, Bill, why don't you just open a nursery? So I had $200, and my dad had a little piece of property I could use at the time, and that's when I started.
Right here in San Diego? You're San Diego, born and bred?
Born and raised. I went to Madison High School, which the two teachers were at. One was an ROP horticulture teacher, and one was a business teacher.
Very cool.
And they saw how much I loved what I was doing at school, and that's what they told me to do.
So this is 2.5 acres, right?
That's about 1.5 acres.
Yeah, so right in downtown San Diego, right. Pretty much.
Pretty close.
So how do you think people can get started if they want to start living differently, rethinking how they live? What did you suggest to them? How do they get started?
You know, what I'm doing is a complete change in lifestyle.
Yeah.
They've got to want to be able to do with less, to eat what's available, not what they want, be patient, to, when they grow something, to use every part of it in order to keep what they need to have, and all they need to learn how to store it, and how to produce as much as they can in the small space that they can. And it doesn't take 1.5 acres to do that with either.
Right.
You know, it takes just what you need and divide your space up into what you need the most and what you need the least. And then to follow a calendar and do planting and growing 365 days a year, which we have in San Diego, which we're very blessed with.
Right. So do they start by doing their own composting, or, I mean...
You know, sometimes for those that are a little timid about it, I would suggest taking classes, starting with stuff that's pre-made, just to get things rolling.
Yeah, grow something, right?
Yeah, grow something. Yeah. Put something in the ground and start.
Yeah, right. Something they can eat.
Exactly.
Yeah, Sam was saying last night a big change has been that a lot of your business now is going towards edibles. I noticed you're standing in front of what I call foo-foo plants, the pretty ones, but now you're selling more edible plants.
You know, it's interesting. I never knew when I was 16 it would grow into something like this, but the fact when I started, knowing that I wanted to keep everything organic, knowing that I had my own chickens down here at the time, and I grew my own food, some of my own food back then, I knew eventually it would catch on.
Right.
For many years, people wouldn't buy plants because there was a hole in the leaf or there were ants in the pot.
Right.
And all of a sudden they realized that it's organically grown. You've got to have a little bit of that stuff.
Yeah, that's part of the ecology. Yeah.
Exactly.
They've got to function.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it grows on you. You know, it can start out really slow, and you can take it as far as you want.
Right.
And I've tried to take it to the nth degree.
I know, you've got bees, you got koi,
I'm working on getting an olive press so I can have people press their olives here and I can get a source of oil. We have a goat milking co-op.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's very cool.
Right now, but they're in the process of getting
So people all own a piece of a goat and come and milk it? Do they have to do some of the milking themselves? Or?
Yes, they're required to do two milkings. Yeah. And then in the process, each week, 2 people are supposed to donate 2 milkings to myself for keeping the goats here.
Very cool. And it takes the policymakers getting involved. I was just finding out that the city of San Diego now is starting to allow people to have laying chickens. So.
They can have chickens, bees, and goats.
Yeah.
My concern is, and I hope people are aware of this, that they follow rules and regs and they know a lot about the animals before they get involved with them.
Right.
Because there's a lot more to it. Even though it's simple to raise chickens for eggs, there's things you have to watch out for.
Yeah.
So that way you're careful that you don't have any problems.
Right.
Because if we blow it, then we're going to lose it and then we won't have it.
So that's where I noticed you guys have totally got that part. Your whole bunch of free workshops, get people engaged, because it's really get them educated, right?
We're all here because San Diego just passed that the law that says you can have chickens.
Really?
Everywhere now.
So they don't have like 3 chickens per family like we have, or something crazy?
No, it depends, I believe, on how much land you have.
Yeah.
You just can't have a rooster, but they're okay with the
Wow,
chickens.
so you can produce your own eggs?
Yeah, so Bill has been very on that, and we got a whole bunch.
You got all kinds there.
Yeah, Americanas and
Oh, you got some Americanas?
Yeah. Oh, Maddie, I know.
What are those Lego ones, the white ones? What are they?
I think those are the white charas.
Oh.
And then there's
Very cool. There's the City Farmers Nursery, the edible garden back here. Bunch of broccoli, Swiss chard. They also hold beekeeping classes here at the nursery. Right in the middle of San Diego. Pretty amazing place. How would you define that for some kid that's going, what do you mean? What does green really mean?
Well, I think the terminology has been beaten to death. But I think
Right.
it's all about looking how people in our past, how they lived,
Yeah,
and bringing it back.
right.
You know, there's
Yeah.
there's so much, and it's not even so much growing your vegetables that's the important part. It's slowing life down
Yeah.
and getting stress relief and
Right.
things like that. That's just the whole picture.
Right, just like you started off saying, it's a complete rethinking your lifestyle. And when you start working with the land like this, it's much more rewarding.
Yes,
anyway.
it is.
Yeah,
Definitely is.
Well, hey, thank you very much. I'm just in awe of what you're doing here. This is just so cool. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.